Well, Tom Brady has retired, as we know, as of a few weeks ago. But what is next? Not necessarily for him, but Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Gronkowski is still here in Tampa? Maybe. Cameron Brate, Bruce Arians. What is next for Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers down in Florida? What is next? Where do they go? Who is their next leader? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a video today. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. You can also hit the bell, get notified when I post a new video or go live. But wanted to look today. You guys know I'm live in Alabama, but grew up in Florida for like more than half my life in the Tampa area and being a Bucks fan. I'm here ride or die. Whether they suck, whether they're great, and yes, even after Tom Brady. Speaking of, and even if I'm not, I'd still talk about him. But not necessarily now the defending Super Bowl champs, but shout out to the Rams and Matt Stafford, of course. But 2 years ago, Super Bowl champions down in Tampa Bay, Super Bowl 55, 31-9 over the Chiefs. We know that. Tom Brady wins them a Super Bowl. Comes in, leads them all the way to the divisional round in the playoffs. They lose. They go down. Now he's gone and retired. Forget about Tom Brady for a second. We keep talking about Tom Brady retiring. We keep talking about what a legend he was. But what we're not talking about is what the Buccaneers should do at quarterback. Is it time to start second year going into this season, second year rookie in Kyle Trask? Is this the time? See, this is why he was drafted in the first place, to be honest with you. This is it. This is why we drafted Kyle Trask last season. It wasn't just for show. It wasn't one of those like, oh, just because he's on the board or what. I mean, if he's on the board, we're going to take him, right? Obviously. But Kyle Trask out of Florida, is it his time? I'm just going to go ahead and give my opinions. I'm excited to see what Kyle Trask can do for the Bucks. Now, I say it like that. I don't think that he's going to be the guy to start right away. I don't. I still think he's a year or two off. I'm not saying wait a decade, wait 4 or 5 years. No. But I mean, it's still he hasn't even been in the league one full year, one full season. But not only that, to make things worse, he really didn't get much playing time because it was Tom Brady. Let's look at something real quick. I want to look real quick and pull up, forget Tom Brady's stats, but Blaine Gabbert is the key guy for the Buccaneers right now. Right now, he is the starting quarterback on the depth chart. You remove Tom Brady. We run a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end offense. Gronkowski comes back. Chris Godwin, Tyler Johnson, Mike Evans, Scotty Miller. We got the depth. We know all about that. I don't care what talent they have. If they do not have the key go-to quarterback and leader that they need, then what does it matter, right? What does it matter? Seriously, I'm telling you. But Blaine Gabbert, okay. I like Blaine Gabbert. I think he's good. I don't know if he's a franchise guy, though. He has 67 yards last year, QBR of 31. That's not bad. I mean, it is, but you also got to think, it's, you know what I mean? Like Tom Brady. So, I mean, we can't judge a guy based on last season because, oh, he didn't have good stats. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. Who cares? Blaine Gabbert, bottom line, I don't think is a starting quarterback. Now, could the Bucs take a year off and go with him to give it a shot? I think maybe right away that's the case. Kyle Trask led the Florida Gators in 2020 in a conference-only schedule over the Georgia Bulldogs and company to win the SEC East. Now, he didn't win the SEC. Alabama, of course, did that, but by 6 points. Kyle Trask led an amazing comeback. That was a hell of a game. An amazing game. Kyle Trask, I was so happy. I put in my mock draft that they would take him last year in like the third or fourth round. They ended up taking him with their second pick. I think, 63 is what I got. 63 overall. Kyle Trask, right? Should they go with him? It was 64, actually, now that I'm seeing this poster I put up for you guys. But, again, either way, he went in the second round, right? Their second pick at the draft. Bruce Arians makes the phone call. I remember hearing it. It was a great conversation. He kind of said some things like, hey, man, Brady ain't going to be sticking around a whole lot longer. We need that guy. We need a franchise guy. But do you take that chance? I mean, Brady left New England. They went straight to Cam Newton. But that's a difference. That's a veteran. But they signed a guy. And they had a young guy. Cam Newton's still kind of young. What's he been in the league? 11 years? Tom Brady was there for like 20-something years. I don't know. A long time. Right? But anyway, Kyle Trask is young. I'm excited. I love what he did at Florida. I do. Some people joked and called him Kyle Trash because he had a bad game here or there. I don't think he's Kyle Trash. I think he's Kyle Trask. I think he's amazing. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's got a strong arm. I think he's good in the pocket. He can be mobile. He can be a team leader, right? But let's say it's not him, right? First off, should they draft a quarterback this year? No. You just drafted Kyle Trask, and you drafted him not just because you had a pick. You drafted a quarterback. It could be Kyle Trask. It could have been whoever, right? I'll have to go back and look at who else they could have taken. There really wasn't much, I don't think. But go back and look. You drafted this guy to be the replacement for Brady because you knew this was going to be his last year. If not, his window was closing, right? You knew it was coming soon. The time has come. I'm not saying they need to start Kyle Trask right away, but I definitely think, even if we go with Blaine Gabbert, right? Or, and we'll get to this in a minute, let's say we pick someone up in free agency, right? Do you take a chance with a free agent quarterback? Do you franchise tag him or something? Do you sign him to a 1-year deal? Or even if you sign a guy to 2 years like you did Brady, after that guy, whoever you bring in right now, should get no more than maybe 2 years on his contract. And then after that, you take a chance with Kyle Trask. I'm excited to see what he can do. But again, let's move on from Kyle Trask for a second. Who are some free agents that they could pick up? Right? And there's really not a lot. You'll notice I'm going to put some guys out. I'm not going to go through all of them, but here's the thing. Some of these guys I like, some of them not so much. One guy on this list, I hope he doesn't make it back to Tampa because the last time he was in Tampa Bay, he screwed us. That's right, Jameis Winston. We're not here to talk about him. Let's look at, first off, my go-to guy. We used to call him Ryan Fitzmagic, but what about Ryan Fitzpatrick? What about him? What about him? Right? First off, again, I remind you, look at the depth chart real quick for the Buccaneers. Blaine Gabbert and Kyle Trask. We don't have a third string. We have 2 quarterbacks. I don't even know. Did we just release Ryan Griffin? Yeah. We just let him walk out. They have nobody. You either start a second-year rookie that didn't get a single snap all year last year, other than practice squad, I think maybe preseason, or you go to Blaine Gabbert, who I don't think is bad. I think he's got a good arm. He's serviceable. He's one of those guys you run around with in the preseason to let warm up. He's not a franchise guy. He's not. But go out there and sign some guys, right? What about Ryan Fitzpatrick? Let's get back to that for a second. Ryan Fitzmagic, right? Let's look at this guy for a second. He's currently with the Washington Commanders, right? Now he's okay, so he's still with them, right? But let's say if he wasn't, could you go after him? Maybe. This is just a dream scenario. I do like Ryan Fitzmagic. I think him being a veteran guy, kind of like Tom Brady was, but not even close to age, but he's been in the league for quite some time. I think he'd work well with the QB whisperer and Bruce Arians. Just my personal preference or opinion. But let's look at some guys that are actually available, right? Let's look at some guys that are actually out there that need just need to be somewhere, right? So he's with the Broncos. There's a lot of rumors. He's not going to be with the Broncos much longer. What about Teddy Bridgewater? I don't hate Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's an okay guy. He did good at Louisville. He's got a strong arm, good awareness. When you look at it, I mean, he played and started 13 games last year, won 7 of them, only lost 6 for Denver, right? In his career for Teddy Bridgewater, let me pull this up for you guys for just 1 second. Let's pull this up, look at Teddy Bridgewater. Because I like him. I think he'd do okay. I wouldn't mind if we went after a guy like that. He's still young. He's still got room to grow and learn and just develop as a quarterback, right? Overall, in his career, he has played in 72 games. 10 of those games he did not start. He has a record as a starter of 36 and 26. Right? Over 1,000 completions. Over 1,000, almost 2,000 passing attempts. He had 1 year where he didn't play for injury. Right? You see it there in 2016. 19 fumbles in his career. 19 fumbles. And we're going back 8 years in the league. And he's only lost 7 of those. So he's had 12 fumbles that the team didn't give up. Okay, you fumbled the ball here or there. I think he's got a strong arm. I think he's good. But here's the thing. You got to understand this. I'm not here to promote or hype up Teddy Bridgewater. I'm just throwing out names here. But let me just say this. That I think Bruce Arians has worked with so many different quarterbacks. He really has. The Mannings, I think he worked a little bit with Peyton and Eli, if I'm not mistaken. Andrew Luck. Oh, crap. I know it's Carson Palmer that the Cardinals had when he was the head coach of the Cardinals. He has worked with quarterback after quarterback, and he just worked with Tom Brady. What were people saying? Oh, we're going to find out if it was Belichick or if it was Brady. The dude went to Tampa Bay, and in his first season with the Bucs, in Bruce Arians' second season, Bruce Arians went from having a quarterback that threw 30 interceptions to bringing in the GOAT, and guess what? Took him to the Super Bowl. Give them the right guy. They just got to connect on a certain level. Bruce Arians can work with a guy. Teddy Bridgewater would be a great pickup, I think, for the Bucs. That would be someone we could sign. and some more. Colt McCoy's out there. I don't know. Geno Smith, he's, you know, after Russell Wilson had a finger injury this past year, he only had 3 turnovers, 7 key plays from what I hear. I mean, there's a few guys out there. Andy Dalton is out there, right? A lot of people like Andy Dalton. Um, with how do I put this? Andy Dalton, right? And he's with the Bears, right? Now I think the Bears should go ahead and just go to Fields. They got to get some weapons. They got to get some receivers. But even with the lack of offensive talent the Bears have right now, like there's really not much over there. Even with the lack of what they have, Andy Dalton still looked pretty good. He's a free agent right now. Is that a guy that started with the Bengals? Which when he started out with the Bengals, he was doing pretty good. Then the Bengals just kind of fall down a bit, right? We remember how bad it was getting in Cincinnati before they got Burrow, and they had this year. They didn't win the Super Bowl, of course, unfortunately. I was pulling for Burrow, just saying. But Andy Dalton's out there. I'm not going to go through all of these. The point is it time for Kyle Trask? And I want to hear from y'all in the comments section. Should the Buccaneers go ahead with Kyle Trask? Or should they sign a veteran quarterback? Should they go out there in free agency and try to find that guy? And if there's anybody out there you guys think they should pursue, comment down below and let me know. Bucs fans, I want to hear from you guys because I'm going to be honest. I don't know how Bucs fans feel. I don't know how they feel about Kyle Trask. I'm excited for him. I loved him at Florida. I'm excited for Kyle Trask, dude. I was so pumped up when they drafted him, right? And I even said, like, some people said, are they serious right now, even though they got Tom Brady? I'm like, yo, you don't understand. He's fixing to retire. We got to get the future ready. If we really want to keep it going, you got to understand that. So what did they do? Bruce Arians knew. Tom Brady knew what the heck was going on. For sure. But who's out there? Dak Prescott just signed a contract with the Cowboys. Right? Phillip Rivers retired. Cam Newton went back to the Patriots last I checked. I mean, come on. Joe Flacco signed with the Eagles or something. A.J. McCarron, before the season, signed with the Falcons. Now, I'm naming guys that are not going to start, but I don't know. There's really not a lot. All the great ones are taken up. Ryan Tannehill's with the Titans. Jalen Hurts is a guy for the Eagles. You know, there were rumors that the Bucs would get Cam Newton before they got Tom Brady. Well, Cam Newton's back in Carolina. Is he going to be their go-to guy? Probably. Let's say if he's not, does he leave there? Do the Bucs go after Cam Newton? Really don't want that, but I mean, there's not. And I know that it's the offseason and a lot could happen. You could get back to trading, right? You could trade some draft picks. Do you move up in the draft? Do you draft a guy this year? I'm not too impressed with this year's draft class. I'm really not. I don't even know where it starts. Is Sam Howell of North Carolina? Is that it? Where is Sam Darnold at, by the way? Sam Darnold was with the Jets. Didn't do too good. He signed with the Panthers last time I looked. I don't even know if he's still over there. But is that a guy that maybe the Bucks could go after and work with? Because here's the thing, and I'm not here to hype up Bruce Arians like, oh, he could work with anybody out there. But I think he is that kind of coach, though. He knows quarterbacks, right? He's got a great book. Go check it out, Quarterback Whisperer, right? He's worked with so many different quarterbacks. He really has. But again, I mentioned some names, right? Who should Bruce Arians, Jason Light, who should they be making some calls to, right? Seriously. He's worked with quite a few. He really has. Carson Palmer, I mentioned. That's really the main guy. He wanted to build up Jameis, but it did not work out. And not only they cut Jameis, they cut Jameis Winston. They brought in Tom Brady. He brought him a Super Bowl. Seriously, Big Ben. He knew Big Ben Roethlisberger. He won Super Bowl 43. That was after they drafted Big Ben, by the way. He worked a little bit with Peyton Manning. Bruce Arians can work with guys. He can. I'm practically done here. I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments, but you guys comment down below. Buccaneers fans, if you're out there, I love you. Go fire the cannons and everything, but comment who you think we should go pick up in free agency. It's not much. I mean, there's guys out there you could say give them 1 year. I don't think you do what you did with Brady and give them 2 years. Just give them 1 year. Give them this year, trial run, see what happens. And if it works out, then maybe we found our guy. Is there anyone we could trade for out there? I don't know. You're not getting Josh Allen. You're not getting Mahomes. You're not getting those guys. Or dude, I'm serious, man. I mean, I'll give you 3 options. Number 1, go after Teddy Bridgewater. Number 2, bring back Fitzmagic. Or number 3, just go ahead and start Mr. Kyle Trask because I'm excited for him. I'm excited for all these guys. I mean, those are my top 3. Because Fitzpatrick's a veteran. He's a veteran quarterback. He knows the Bucks. He was there with Godwin and Evans. He was there at Godwin's first season. Bridgewater's mobile, got a good strong arm, and I think one of the more underappreciated backs in the league in quarterbacks. And that's one of those guys that still needs a little bit of help and a push. I'm telling you, Bruce Arians, he's got that book. Go check it out, The Quarterback Whisperer. He doesn't just have that title for nothing. He has worked with some of these great guys. He really has. I'm telling you. But, it's, again, Tom Brady retires. Big Ben retires. The Mannings are gone. Andrew Luck a few years ago. I mean, man, this era of quarterbacks is fading, y'all. But it's time for some new guys to step up. Even a guy like Fitzpatrick's still young. You got Patrick Mahomes out there. You got, I'd say even Bridgewater's still young. Cam Newton. Mahomes. Who else am I thinking of? Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson. These guys are young. Those are not guys that are coming to Tampa. Hell no. But there's somebody out there for the Bucks. And if they don't sign someone this offseason, they probably go straight to Ryan Griffin or Blaine Gabbert. I don't know. Or if not, maybe they see something in the rookie Kyle Trask, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. He's got an amazing plan for you. I always tell you that. I believe it to be true. I know he's got something great in store for myself. He's got something for you too, if you believe it. But I love y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more amazing sports content. And again, comment down below what you think the Bucs should do at quarterback. Love y'all. Jesus loves you. God bless. And as always, folks, like I say,
Roll Tide!
Roll Tide. Love you guys. Ballard Sports Media. Check it out. Love y'all.